That was very interesting. Very interesting. Got a little hot in the kitchen, and all of a sudden, everybody got kicked off. Did you guys see that? Did you guys see how that happened? Gina was talking about some serious stuff, and all of a sudden, boom, gone. Magic. Everybody got kicked off, and she got shut up real fast. Did you guys see that? Did you guys see how that worked? That's how they roll. So what I'm telling you is there is control and censorship over all of it. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Google, uh, IMDb, Wikipedia, all have been compromised. This is scary stuff. Let's see who else wants to go live. Sorry about that, Gina. Let's see who we got here. Danielle Elizabeth. I think Danielle, see what she's got to say. Hi, Danielle.
I can hear you. Can you see me?
Yes, I can. I cannot see you. No, I cannot see you.
It's a blank screen, but I can see you and hear you okay.
Yeah. I can't see you. Hello?
I'm here. The video hasn't popped up.
Okay, well, I don't know what's going on, but what did you want to tell us about what's happening? I want to hear about what your experience was with
Oh,
IMDb.
okay. I'm sorry, guys, that you guys can't see me. So I too wrote a review, and I'm gonna change the title. I saw what you wrote, and my original review on Amazon just alone got ghosted, and I realized that if you don't get a instant amount of likes or people comment on your thread, they literally bump it down or they'll just completely squash it.
Okay. Hold on.
Excellent.
What are you trying to say? All right, sorry, never mind. Anyway, go ahead.
So what I realized is that I did write stuff myself, but if you don't get enough likes or whatever have you, they completely will take it away and ghost it. It's like you never even wrote it.
Okay, so then why doesn't everybody just write like comments or positive reviews on other people's reviews?
That's a really good question because you see a lot of negative.
Right. So that means
And,
that what they're doing is they're writing one and then they're having everybody write more of them. But you see, that
mhm.
doesn't trouble me nearly as much as what you're saying, which is you're saying that the entire description of the film has been changed. Or was that Heather that said that? I guess Heather
That
said
was
that.
Heather.
Yeah.
Heather said that.
Yeah. So that's pretty troubling.
That is troubling. I couldn't even believe when she said that. I'm like, what are you talking about? And I realized, like, and then I saw what Gina was saying too. I'm like, wow, like this is just crazy town. Like, and like, the thing is, like, and you would think, like, if you have an IMDb account, like, I do have one, but I'm not the pro. And it's amazing what they work it basically.
Yeah. Well, I think that it doesn't matter if you've got IMDb Pro. I think it doesn't matter if you've got, your own right to change things on Wikipedia. It doesn't matter about any of it because at the end of the day, somebody is in there changing stuff on a regular basis. And it's happening so fast, literally, that you can't keep anything. Like, you can't leave a regular description. I've never seen this on any film for anything ever in my life. I've never seen a film page get hacked on a regular basis, so where they're controlling it. So the whole point is, what is IMDb doing about this? Why is
Right.
IMDb not making sure that their film page is credible? I mean, we rely on them as a service for our industry so that when people have like their films come out people can go and look back and say, okay, this is what the film made. This is what it was reviewed at. This is what it's, the people who saw it thought. This is what the cast was. This is what the crew was. People refer to films as like a resume. So if all of a sudden this film is being hacked apart and lies are being told about it by the opposition on its own film page, then that takes all the credibility away of the entire system.
Oh, here we go.
There you are. Now your video. Hey.
Hey.
So, yeah, somebody says they must be paying them. Are they paying them?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. What's going on? Can somebody please start looking into this? I mean, what does it take to get a federal investigation into these things?
Right.
This is not okay. It's not okay that things that we rely on, you hear about fake news, right? That's all President Trump talks about is fake news, fake news. This is fake news. What's happening to me right now, what you're watching publicly happen, is fake news being created before your very eyes. This is how it works. They go in and they change statistical facts. They change historical facts by burying the articles in the Google search engines, by going in and changing the descriptions, changing the biography, changing all the reviews, putting in negative reviews as opposed to positive reviews. I mean, you're changing everything about the perception of that film for history. Yeah. Because when are they going to stop? Where does it stop? And do they keep doing this? And they keep doing it. They've already done it over my whole music career. If you go and look at the Angelic to the Core album on Wikipedia, they give credits to people that I don't even know who they are. They're giving producing credits to people that I don't know who they are. And then they're adding these reviews and these terrible links to like these people that did these like mock reviews or like terrible reviews of the album purposely just to get attention. And then they link to those, and they don't link to any of the acclimates. They don't link to any of the giant, articles that came out talking about how we made history, with the most views in the history of the Today Show that year, or the fact that, both performances went viral, or that we had a top 40 hit, or that we had all these other,
over 1 million views on YouTube?
What?
Didn't you have over 1 million views on Ascension Millennium at one point?
We had there's over 1 million views on Ascension Millennium now, but there was 2.5 million when the video came out. Yeah, it was 2.5 million, and then all of a sudden YouTube took my whole channel down because of a copyright complaint about my own song. They said that they didn't believe I was really me, and took my channel down, even though I sent them my driver's license, I sent them my information, everything they asked for, and they took my channel down. So this isn't a new thing. This has been going on, as you just pointed out, ever since I put my book out. That's when all this started, is when I put my book out in 2013. That's when the cyber attacks started. That's when the Vice magazine articles started. That's when all of it started. This whole attack on my character, trying to twist public perception, make me look like some kind of sleazeball. Everything I've done, we went and did that show. Remember we did that show with Corey's Angels, and they like tricked us into doing all this stuff, said, oh, it's for comedy, it's just a comedy show, Marriage Wife Swap or whatever. We did that stupid show, and they tricked all of us into thinking that it was some kind of like funny thing, and we were going to make jokes of everything, and it was all comical. And then it was like, no, they actually just tried to make me look like crap as usual and make the girls look like victims or something. I mean, it was just like, what the hell? And again, it's all the same machine.
That was worse than boot camp.
What?
Was that worse than boot camp?
Well, it was worse for Corey's Angels because they literally were trying to destroy that company. That was their goal. And it started as soon as we became successful. We threw our first few parties, which were like our, big kind of welcome, whatever parties to show people we were on the map, that it was going to be a new force, a new entity in the business. And, immediately it was super popular, and we had all these big stars coming, and it was like packed every week or whatever, once a month when we were throwing them. And the girls loved it, and they felt like superstars because it was all about them. It was a party where like the girls were made to be like the center of the attention and the stars of the night, and everybody else kind of like was lucky to be there, and that was the whole kind of point of it. And and it was really great in the beginning. And then, obviously with the Vice article that started it all, and then they started raiding the parties, and, we couldn't have my birthday party. My birthday party got shut down at 10 o'clock at night. They sent helicopters out, like all this stuff. My house got raided a couple times, once they had a fake, what do they call it? Where they like send everybody out after you.
You mean when the police come and they like literally
swatting you, yeah. So they like swatted
swatting.
my house, and they said
Mm-hmm.
somebody said they were like there was a gun or something, and so they sent police in the middle of the night, and like everybody had to go outside, and they had to search through my house and frisk everyone and all this crazy stuff, and that was all because they wanted to destroy the company. And then they went and did the cyber attack. And this is all stuff I haven't even talked about really, but they went in and they sent spies into my house. They stole our mailing list. They put phishing filters into our IP so that like basically all of our emails were going and getting redirected to another company.
Mm-hmm.
So they stole our invite list. They stole our approval list. They stole like everything. And then they went around and started like basically offering the people that worked for us like other jobs to not work for us, offering them more money, trying to smear our name that way. Like this has been going on for a long time. Yeah. So I thought, well, it was just the angel thing. That's what I thought in those days. I was like, it's just because of the angels that they, don't like the company and they're trying to stop me from succeeding or something like that. Maybe the competitors, as you might call it, were jealous or wanted to not see the company succeed because we were doing something that was beneficial to women who were trying to find their way, and giving them an opportunity and trying to guide them in the right way and in a positive way. And I don't think the business overall likes that because that brought a lot of awareness, with it. So that was part of it, I think. But I think the other part of it is just there was a much deeper purpose. There was obviously, something much deeper going on, which is that they saw the book and they knew that the book may lead to other things. So they wanted to shut me down in any way they could and start painting me as a villain. And I think that's when it started. And yeah, it's been a long road. It's been a long road.
And we've all been following for a really long time. So, I mean, like, throw back to what you're talking about and then seeing where the hell we're at right now with everything.
It's just, it's a shame that when
I'm
you're trying to do positive things. What'd you say?
I said, I'm so sorry for everything you're going through because in the end, guys, like, I can't see the comments. Like, for someone who put this book out there, Core had real reasons for the reasons why he put it out there. It wasn't for fame. It wasn't for anything else. It's about bringing awareness. And it's amazing when you want to bring awareness to something that's major like this, and being an abuse survivor myself, people will completely shut you down.
People are so rude. People are so rude. I read some of these comments and I think, does it make you people feel some kind of joy inside to talk crap about people? Because let me tell you something, you're no better than either one of us. You're no better than either one of us. You're no better than any one of my fans. You're no better than any one of my followers, and you're no better than me. You're no better than any of us. All you are is a loudmouth on a keyboard that wouldn't have the balls to say any of this crap to my face. So it's a disgrace. It's a disgrace. I apologize for their rudeness. You're reading
Don't ever apologize.
These comments. But anyway, God bless the good people out there that are watching and the good people that care about the
Mhm.
truth and care about what's right and standing up for what's right.
Yeah. How are
Anyway,
you doing otherwise?
I'm sorry, what?
I said, how are you guys doing otherwise in quarantine, lockdown, and all?
Well, it's frustrating. We were hoping that we might be able to come home soon. Um, so we moved again to another place where it's a city that's close to the airport, and we wanted to be able to leave, and we thought we were going to be able to leave, but now they're saying that in order to leave, we would have to come back there and quarantine for 2 weeks, which makes no sense to me at all. Because if we've already been in quarantine for months, why would we go back and quarantine again? So I don't know. I'm torn. I'm torn. I feel much safer, to be honest, because I don't feel safe at my home. They know where my house is. They've obviously come by there many times, and it's scary. It's really scary. We don't feel safe at home. That's right. Courtney's on saying mytruthdoc.com. That's where the movie is right now. This is why we've risked our lives. This is why we're stuck out of the country. And this is why we're being attacked. And you won't find out the real story anywhere else because they're trying to hide it from you desperately. So do what you can by watching the film and learning and educating yourself. mytruthdoc.com. It's streaming right now for another 9 days. And if you buy a ticket, I will give you a shout out live. How's Zen? Zen is good. He is safe. He is not at home with Susie. He is in his own secret location as school is out. I didn't want him sitting at home either. So he is in a very good place and
That's good.
with safe people and training. He's training every day, so that he's able to defend himself. He's been training for MMA, so he's getting bigger and bigger. I'm sure by the time I see him again, he's going to be towering over me.
Has he been
It's
doing Zoom
sad.
classes?
What?
Has he been doing Zoom classes? Because I'm sure you know I'm an educator, so I've been on Zoom every day with my kids. So